DepEd pagpadangin sa edukasyon, maitulong nga maangkon. BigaTEN DepEd Northern Mindanao, for the learners then and now, we're always here to serve you no matter how. Pangarap natin abutin, pagsisikapan natin kamtin, kalidad na edukasyon para sa bata, para sa bansa. Kauban, kasaligan, kadampan, DepEd. Kauban, kasaligan, kadampan, DepEd. Ambihan ng Mindanao, DepEd Northern Mindanao, ambihan ng Mindanao, pagkahinusan at pagbabaw. BigaTEN DepEd, pagpadami sa edukasyon, maitulong na maangkon. BigaTEN DepEd Northern Mindanao, for the learners then and now, we're always here to serve you no matter how. Pangarap natin abutin, pagsisikapan natin kamtin, kalidad na edukasyon para sa bata, para sa bansa. Kauban, kasaligan, kadampan, DepEd. Kauban, kasaligan, kadampan, DepEd. Ambihan ng Mindanao, DepEd Northern Mindanao, ambihan ng Mindanao, pagkahinusan at pagbabaw. BigaTEN DepEd, pagpadami sa edukasyon, maitulong na maangkon. BigaTEN DepEd Northern Mindanao, for the learners then and now, we're always here to serve you no matter how. Pangarap natin abutin, pagsisikapan natin kamtin, kalidad na edukasyon para sa bata, para sa bansa.
Kami ang inyong kauban,
kasaligan,
kadampan,
DepEd. Pangtut sa sunod higayon, hindi ang
BigaTEN, BigaTEN,
BigaTEN, BigaTEN, BigaTEN, DepEd.
Sa bansa, DepEd Northern Mindanao, ambihan ng Mindanao, BigaTEN DepEd, BigaTEN DepEd.
The unseen enemy crept like a thief in the night, smizing cunningly at people in their sleep, and one morning took hostage of humanity by surprise as the coronavirus pandemic continues to spread its ferocious rampage the world over. COVID-19 took the different sectors by storm, and education was no exception.
COVID-19 pandemic shocks the world. We didn't see this coming. We were caught unaware. This has created the new normal, and we have to embrace it by addressing the challenges it brings.
Determined to pursue the delivery of education amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, DepEd Region 10 launched its banner program dubbed as RX Adobe.
The Department of Education, Northern Mindanao, has crafted its learning continuity plans under the banner program RX Adobe, which stands for Region 10 Alternative Delivery of Basic Education. It underscores the alternative delivery modes under the remote teaching and learning. The 14 schools division offices of the region have crafted the learning continuity plans anchored on RX Adobe.
Always ready for education emergencies, DepEd Region 10 will continue its tradition of excellence in delivering its services anchored on the department's Sulong Edukalidad program.
As we pivot from access to quality, we have to consider a well-developed curriculum, improved learning environment, upskilled teachers, and take into consideration responsive multi-stakeholders cooperation. All these and more are under the program Sulong Edukalidad. But on top of this all, still health and safety are the number one concerns of the Department of Education, especially at this time of pandemic.
Serving with heart.
Leading
Straight from the heart of DepEd Region 10.
education must continue.
The unseen enemy crept like a thief in the night, smizing cunningly at people in their sleep, and one morning took hostage of humanity by surprise as the coronavirus pandemic continues to spread its ferocious rampage the world over. COVID-19 took the different sectors by storm, and education was no exception.
COVID-19 pandemic shocks the world. We didn't see this coming. We were caught unaware. This has created the new normal, and we have to embrace it by addressing the challenges it brings.
Determined to pursue the delivery of education amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, DepEd Region 10 launched its banner program dubbed as RX Adobe.
The Department of Education, Northern Mindanao, has crafted its learning continuity plans under the banner program RX Adobe, which stands for Region 10 Alternative Delivery of Basic Education. It underscores the alternative delivery modes under the remote teaching and learning. The 14 schools division offices of the region have crafted the learning continuity plans anchored on RX Adobe.
Always ready for education emergencies, DepEd Region 10 will continue its tradition of excellence in delivering its services anchored on the department's Sulong Edukalidad program.
As we pivot from access to quality, we have to consider a well-developed curriculum, improved learning environment, upskilled teachers, and take into consideration responsive multi-stakeholders cooperation. All these and more are under the program Sulong Edukalidad. But on top of this all, still health and safety are the number one concerns of the Department of Education, especially at this time of pandemic.
Serving with heart.
Leading
Straight from the heart of DepEd Region 10.
education must continue.
Maayong adlaw kanatong tanan, ako si Ramon Gonzalez Abrera, aka DepEd Paulo, ang inyong Public Affairs Unit Lead Officer.
Ug ako usab si Candice Racoma, ang inyong rakista abogada aka Kadep Edrada. Kami ang inyong kauban,
Kasaligan,
kadangpan,
ka-DepEd sa
BigaTEN,
BigaTEN.
DepEd.
Welcome to our Season 2, Episode 35 for 2021, partner. Magandang umaga dyan sa'yo. Maulang morning. Previously on our program, we brought to you the Schools Division Office of Malaybalay City, highlighting its segment titled DepEd Malaybalay City, Revitalizing the Home of the Icons.
Tama ka, DepEd Paulo. At para sa edisyon natin ngayon, ating kamustahin ang sangay ng lungsod Gingoog. Ano-ano na nga ba ang mga kaganapan, tagumpay at pagbabago sa kanilang mga programa mula nang itampok natin sila noong Season 1. This is Division of Gingoog City Gold Digging Reading Program. Get set, read!
Gearing towards outstanding leaders, learners through dynamism. Towards excellence in leadership. Towards quality education. Towards strong partnership with the community and stakeholders. With outstanding leaders. For outstanding learners. Invoking the values of courtesy, respect, and cleanliness. One for gold. Para sa bata, para sa bayan. With a zeal to better serve our clients, the Division of Gingoog City proudly presents to you our 10 strategic directions. ISO certification simplifies the process in all fields in the division. Increase commitment. There's no better way than giving all your best for the service. Learners at the heart of the school. Our learners are our main clients in the field. They should be our topmost priority. Collective image. We present ourselves in one identity. Our image should project an impression fitted for our profession. Beautiful schools. Beauty captivates learners. When the school is beautiful, it ignites and invites learners to feel at home. Employees' welfare. Our employees are our prime movers. It is best that their welfare is prioritized. Ethical leadership. Leadership that is directed by our compassion for the rights and beliefs of others. Professional competence, the ability to perform the task with efficiency and equality. Increase family spirit, understanding others to build a relationship to last. Sense of urgency, tempo spacing. Time is our greatest commodity. How we spend our time determines our destiny. DepEd Gold core values: cleanliness, respect, and courtesy. Anchored from these directions and on the journey towards excellence, our division fully supports innovations that address the needs of our main clients, our learners. Innovations that bring hope in this most difficult time. Education for gold.
Ayan, partner, para sa ating For the Win DepEd Norman, ito, yung 9th Diwang Sagisag Kultura ng Pilipinas, culture-based module making contest. Partner, panalo po tayo. Ito po yung entry natin at winner tayo dito. Teaching Elements of a Story Through the Legend of Sarimanok by Aliza Bacarat Tiboron mula po sa Sultan Membisa Langka Elementary School, Colambugan, Lanao del Norte. Ayan, winner tayo dyan. Congratulations. Eto pa, na isa sa pamilihan ang inaalagaang hayop, isda by Juan O. Colita. Mula naman sa Pedro B. Liwanag Memorial School ng Lanao del Norte. Ayan, congratulations. At syempre, panalo din tayo. Ito yung entry natin. Subanin ang pangangalaga sa likas na yaman by Girly C. Estor. Mula naman sa Presimar M. Manliguez and Ezai Paguya. Tama ba? No. By Girly C. Estor, Presimar M. Manliguez, and Ezai Paguya mula naman sa Looc National High School, Paridel, Misamis Occidental. Ayan, congratulations, partner.
Yes, partner. At hindi lang yan, meron pa. Panalo din tayo sa 9th Diwang. Yun ba yung nabasa natin kanina, partner? Iba pa pala to. 9th Diwang Sagisag Kultura ng Pilipinas. Tama ba pa ang aking pagka-pronounce, partner? Filipinas Christmas Song Writing Development and Competition. We also have Tabok Tabok Tapok Tapok by Alejo M. Tugonon from Talakag, Bukidnon. And Pasko sa Pinas by Imon Flem B. Doplon from the Division of Iligan City. And Diwa ng Pasko'y Sabay Damhin by Gualberto G. Paminta, composer po siya, at si Kurt R.V. Laput, who was the performer or musician, and Michael Fuentes, the performer also and the musician from the Division of Ozamis City. And meron pa, Siya na Tao by Philip B. Concepcion, also from the Division of Ozamis City. Partner?
Yes, partner. Yung mga nabanggit mo, partner, mga finalists yun, ha? Oo. At syempre, we congratulate also lahat ng ating mga awardees sa 2021 Pasidungog sa Amihan ng Mindanao winners for clusters 1 to 5. Ayan. At para naman sa cluster 6, partner, this afternoon, ayan, para naman sa Armea.
Ay, meron pa palang cluster 6, partner. Ayan, abangan natin yun mamayang hapon. Anyway, partner, eto, let's keep our fingers crossed as we await the final results of the 2021 National Search for the first DepEd Information Leaders Awards or ILAW Awards anytime soon, partner.
Tama. Ayan po mga ka-DepEd, para sa bahagi ng ating programang Anong Meron Ngayon, kilalanin natin ang natampok nating sangay sa video na ito. Panoorin po natin ito.
Located at the eastern part of Mindanao and nestled at the heart of the city of Good Luck, the Schools Division of Gingoog City takes pride for its service in delivering quality education and community involvement. A promising division with 74 elementary schools, 16 secondary schools, 5 schools for indigenous peoples, 16 integrated schools, and 17 private institutions, connected in one community, serving 35,076 public learners who choose to learn in different modalities. Gathered in 503 school buildings and 139 makeshift classrooms, offered with different learning resources. The Schools Division of Gingoog City will continue to expand its reach to make education available for all.
Ayan po mga ka-DepEd, makakasama natin ngayon ang sangay ng Lungsod Hingoog para sa kanilang pagbabahagi sa atin ng kanilang programang pinamagatang Division of Hingoog City Gold Digging Reading Program, Get Set, Read. This morning, the Division of Hingoog City in the City of Good Luck brings us a foretaste of their innovative ways to address one of the major concerns in the field of education. Are we set, mga ka-DepEd, in promoting the importance of reading and calibrating our efforts toward it?
Well, partner, that's their emphasis this school year. For today's episode, in fact, we will be joined by our divisional personnel in Hingoog City, our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Jess Nardems Torres, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Mary Ann Aliera, CRD Chief Pablito Altobar, and SGOD Chief Joy Manggubat. At syempre, hindi magpapahuli ang ating mga guro na nanonood ngayon, hindi lang sa lungsod ng Hingoog, kundi sa buong Rehiyon 10 at maging sa buong Pilipinas at buong mundo sa pamamagitan ng ating Facebook live streaming. Porter, we also are inviting our viewers today to share our live stream link. And for those who have not followed our FB page yet, please follow us at Department of Education Region 10 so you'll get notified about our BigaTEN DepEd 10 episodes, just like our program today featuring the Division of Hingoog City.
Yes, partner, Pina-vlogger, please subscribe to my channel, Pina-ana partner.
Yes,
Anyway, as they claim, reading, whether in education or for business, and any other areas for that matter, is really an important aspect or skill for anyone to be successful. That is why the SDO of Hingoog City would like to empower others and work on with the reading problems of our students, not just in the division of Hingoog City or in our region, but in the entire Philippines. If a child cannot read, he or she might be left behind. And that's something we cannot allow, of course, to happen, partner.
That's right, partner. That is why we are truly grateful for our educators who are doing an extra mile for their students, especially those who still don't know how to read. At ngayong araw, bibigyan niya ng pansin at importansya tampok ang mga inisyatibo at inobasyon na ibabahagi sa atin ng sangay ng lungsod, Hingoog.
Yes, partner. And joining us now, mga ka-DepEd, is the Schools Division Superintendent of Hingoog City, Dr. Jess Nardems Torres. SDS Jesnar, good morning. We have learned that you have a certain program in reading that is widely implemented in your division. Ano po ba ang kahalagahan nito sa ating mga kabataan at mga guro, sir?
My respect and morning greetings to RD Art Bayokot, ERD Vic De Gracia, Norman, family members. Good morning, Kadipid Paulo and Kadipid Rada. The Division of Hingoog City takes pride in the nobility of the different programs, initiatives, and projects of the various schools targeting the learners' reading proficiency during this trying time of the pandemic. To the greatest extent so far, the Division upholds its flagship advocacy term goal, gearing towards outstanding learners, outstanding leaders through dynamism. Gold symbolizes our zeal to ensure accessible, quality, inclusive, and liberating education for all learners we serve. It aims for all the schools to exhibit excellence in all aspects of the educative process. One of the offshoots of the advocacy is the Gold Digging Reading Program, or the GDRP, the Division's Intensive Reading Instruction Framework. I would like to express my happiness that the schools have heeded the call of the Division Office for an active and aggressive stance on reading. We have found in our monitoring that the pandemic has dramatically affected the teaching of reading. If we did not act on it using novel and out-of-the-box steps, we would have witnessed learners lagging behind reading and comprehending written text. To emphasize, The innovative projects that we feature this episode are implemented because we recognize the different limitations of teaching reading in the new normal. These projects were born out of the issues and concerns on reading in all schools. We also realize that the processes of the different school innovations are similar in nature because they are anchored on the conceptual framework of the gold digging reading program. However, the management in the division office has made it clear that schools do have the liberality and leeway in implementing the reading programs depending on the context and setting of the respective areas and the nature of the learners being catered. The division is assured that the reading initiatives of the schools are not one-size-fits-all approach to acquiring reading proficiency, but contain separate packages for the different reading levels and abilities of learners. Thus, they are not only targeted for the prostration readers, but also comprehensive for all readers. With the nature of the initiatives, our resolve is strengthened to help all struggling readers graduate from the current level to the level where they are expected to be. The innovation projects on reading that are now implemented and ongoing shall be done all year round. Through the Curriculum Implementation Division, the division shall be closely monitoring the implementation of the project to ensure that they are regularly serve the fundamental purpose. In this way, we consider their sustainability. I am glad that the collective efforts of the division office and schools have now blossoms. Still, I recognize that the implementation phase is just a start and is not yet a guarantee of the project's success. I am hopeful and confident that we shall see the fulfillment of this endeavor through the reading achievement of the learners, which will become solid proof of the efficacy of the initiatives. Nonetheless, let me take this opportunity to congratulate the school heads for their leadership and passion in leading the different innovation projects in their schools. The same commendation goes to the teachers for their selfless dedication to the learners. No initiative will flourish and thrive without your support. Thank you for incessantly exhibiting and affirming your commitment to and for the love of our learners. Para sa bata, para sa bayan. Sulong edukalidad. Kudos and mabuhay.
Ayan po, maraming salamat po, SDS Jess Lourdes S. Torres. Magandang ideya talaga ang pagbibigay importansya sa pagbasa. At saludo po kami sa inyo, SDS Torres, sa inyong pamumuno sa programang ito.
As what SDS Torres mentioned a while ago, partner, this reading program is widely implemented in the division of Gingoog City, and they call it gold digging reading. To know more about this program and the processes involved in implementing it, let's watch this.
Reading is a gateway to the development of academic skills across all disciplines. It is a keystone that allows every learner to be given the opportunity to be lifted from ignorance and poverty. With this marked importance of reading, multifarious reading programs and activities from both the national and regional offices were carried out to instill the value of reading to our schools, as well as to focus on the acquisition of reading skills of our learners. On a sad note, the division of Gingoog City still suffers from a significant number of frustration-level readers, which in a way or another is the reason behind our lag in our mission to produce quality graduates who rely much on the education they acquired to have better chances in life. This promising division has been on a continuous search to come up with its divisional reading program tailor-fitted to the unique set of needs of our Hingoognan learners even amidst pandemic. With the initiative of our school's division superintendent, anchored to the division's gold strategic direction number 3, learners at the heart of the school. The Gold Digging Reading Program, or GDRP, commenced. The Gold Digging Reading Program is a program designed to cater students in frustration level across the division. Following the health standard set by the Department of Health, the implementation of GDRP is done at the different reading hubs of the community where the schools belong. This program is widely implemented in the division to address the prevalent concern in reading. The core group of GDRP crafted reading materials both in Filipino and English for our focused learners. The materials underwent quality assurance by the EPS in English, Senior Education Program Specialists, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Mary Ann Aliera, and the Schools Division Superintendent himself, Dr. Chester Dems S. Torres. The mechanism involved in the program was cascaded to ensure that the implementation is effective, efficient, and successful. The first level of the cascading involved the Curriculum Implementation Division personnel and the PSDSS, whose role is to monitor the progress and implementation of the program down to the grassroots level. Then, the school heads were capacitated during the second level. The instructional leaders are tasked to implement the GDRP in their respective schools and to build partnership with the community and look for strategic places in the barangay to serve as reading hubs. Then, the program was cascaded to the school reading coordinators in the third level, whose responsibilities cover capacitating the teachers in their respective schools, conducting the reading pretest to identify the GDRP recipients, preparing the reading schedules, and leading the search for reading volunteers in the community. The fourth level is capacitating the teachers in schools on the mechanisms of the program. Together with the school heads and reading coordinators, the teachers conduct pretest to all frustration level readers and reproduce the GDRP materials. Finally, the fifth level is the capacitating of the reading volunteers who will conduct the actual reading to the GDRP recipients, our reading handicapped learners. The call for reading volunteers yield an incredible turnout as hundreds of volunteers willingly signed up for the program. They were comprised of education graduates, college-level students, and young professionals who wished to share their passion for teaching our children how to read. On May 2021, the program was successfully cascaded and the implementation of GDRP by the volunteers to the recipients started. With the restrictions brought by the pandemic, the reading activities continued at home as some parents were capacitated to serve as reading partners at home. At present, the GDRP withstands the challenges as we, as one family, continue to implement the program. Inspired by the flexibility and resiliency of the DepEd family and the community members, we continue our fight against the reading difficulties of our learners. In the pandemic and post-pandemic, the GDRP will continue its implementation and further development as a sustainable solution to help ensure that every Hingoognan learner is a reader.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the gold digging reading program of SDO Gingoog City. Kadepedrada, I like the emphasis on teaching reading in the new learning landscape. The school's division office and the schools are really involved in the reading program, which is very important, partner.
Alam mo partner, magandang ideya talaga yan sa bagong normal or new normal na di lang natututo ang mga bata magbasa kundi nabibigyan din ng pansin ang kahalagahan at ng pakikipagsosyo ng mga paaralan sa mga komunidad ukol sa mga programang mag-aangat sa mga kabataan. Alam mo partner, sandali lang partner, i-exit ko muna to partner kasi nabasa ko yung instructions mo saglit ng partner kasi naka-live din pala tayo ngayon sa DepEd Philippines. Pero mamaya na yan. Anyway, as I was mentioning earlier, sa pakikipagsosyo ng mga paaralan sa mga komunidad ukol sa mga programang mag-aangat sa mga kabataan. And if you notice in the video, the parents are also capacitated in teaching reading. So in other words, even in the absence of the teachers and the reading volunteers, the parents are still there to guide their children, especially in accomplishing the reading tasks.
That's right, Kadepedrada, definitely agree. In the SDO of Gingoog City, there are 3 schools that are ready to take their spotlight in sharing with us their reading innovations. So mga ka-DepEd, unahin natin ang mababang paaralan ng San Manuel Lugod Central School, South 2 District, with their project Trains o Teaching Reading Across Interactive Stations.
Since the implementation of the new learning landscape, from face-to-face to modular distance learning and the online distance learning, schools have been confronted with issues and concerns that relate learning performance of school children, in particular, their reading abilities. To this, Manuel Lugod Central School is not an exemption since it adopted the modular distance learning and the online distance learning. Presently, the school has 29 catchment barangays within the city proper and other nearby barangays in the areas. With no face-to-face contact time with the school children, problems in reading is still a prevalent issue. Given the consideration that it has the largest population among all the schools, so it would most likely to have higher percentage compared to those small populated schools. Yet, the 30.03% of the total population identified as frustration readers is still a dismaying number that must not be taken for granted. Realigning the school programs to DepEd Gold Strategic Direction and the Gold Digging Reading Program, a conceptualization and implementation of an innovation is considered a necessity. Bringing the reading facilities and materials from the school into the communities, the school story lanja and reading hubs filled with books and reading resources. Join us today as we take you to a ride on Project Trains here in Manuel Lugod Central School.
Banat, bata at imanon, nasod atong tunhayon.
Project Trains, teaching reading across interactive station, aims to improve the reading level of grade 1 to grade 3 learners, from non-readers to instructional readers, with the support and generosity of the Division of Gingoog City, headed by SDS Jesner Dems Torres, and our local partners, barangay officials, LGUs.
Project Trains is an innovation adhering to the call of the Department of Education not to stop education despite the pandemic. Thus, Project Trains brings the reading activities right to the heart of the community, where the children are bound to stay. Project Trains is not just an innovation that merely aims to improve reading ability of learners, but also to give emotional relief through its interactive learning stations with different teaching strategies. With that, we would like to give thanks to all our stakeholders for their unwavering support and continuous service to our school children.
To understand more of these, let's try to take a look at the different train stations of the project. Station 1. The teachers in this station provide engaging experiences on reading that would give the learner meaningful encounters with letters and sounds. It is anticipated that each day, 3 letters and its corresponding sounds will be highlighted. However, if there were those who can't grasp the targeted letters and sounds in the day, flexibility is used to adapt to learners' need. Station number 2. To give ample learning experiences to the pupils in the targeted letters and sounds, another set of interactive activities is utilized using varied printed and audiovisual materials. This is to validate their learning in the first station. This is done because it is believed that only when a child is exposed to the concept several times, only then he enables to retain. And finally, on Station 3, in this final station, another fun learning activity is given to concretize concept previously encountered. In here, the learners are evaluated on their learning with another set of activities. It may be in the form of letters, sounds, and blending exercises. After which, a reward will be given to the learner for he has arrived at the final station. Since this innovation is implemented in targeting instructional level in reading, it is anticipated that learning encounters will increase its level of difficulty from day to day.
Ako si Kayla B. Marpa, grade 3. Nalipay ko sa Project 3. Tudloan migbasa ang agi sa dula. Nalipay mi.
Ako si Virgie Bukton. Ang akong apo si Mikaela Jane Bukton. Pasalamat kayo ko og dako tungod ani nga programa nga makabasag yun ang mga bata kay ayo man gid sila pagtudlo sa ilang mga maestra.
The greatest challenge that I have encountered during this project is that the risk of exposing myself to COVID-19 virus as well as the learners due to our close proximity. But despite the challenge and health risk, providing education to our learners must not stop.
Ang atong katuyuan nga diin ang membro sa barangay council ani ang karon dinhi uban sa mga magtutudlo sa Manuel Logod Central School nga kaning atong pagsuporta sa atong kabataan. Ang among walay pagkupas na suporta amo gid gihatag ngadto sa kabataan. Ang akong programa magplano og butang sa internet sa barangay tungod kay ato unyang mga kabataan pohon kung katong walay mga kwarta diha na sila mo paingon sa atong barangay labi na gid ang ila karong pagtuon more on internet.
Ang pagtulunan dili gayud mahimong babag ang pandemya nga atong nagian karon gidala nila from school to the community. So akong iaghat ang mga ginikanan, ang mga guardians, ang mga kauban nako mga opisyales, ilabi na gyud no ang mga magtutudlo nga dili gyud mo surrender no sa paghatag nila sa pagtulunan sa mga kabatan-onan.
Andam kami mosuporta sa inyong pagbisita sa among barangay sa Project Train. Og daghang salamat.
In GDRP project trains, we're all working together. That's our secret to achieving success, to make our school children read more and be more. Just like trains, project trains will move forward until reaching better reading, especially for the last, the least, and the lost.
Ayan mga ka-DepEd, that was Project Trains of Manuel Lugod Central School. Accordingly, ka-DepEd Paolo, this project is actually implemented from one barangay to another. Dinadala nila ang kanilang mga kagamitan para pangturo doon sa mismong lugar kung saan sila nagtuturo. Now, they have their project implemented in Barangay 18 because of the considerable big number of students who are categorized under the frustration level. And in the next month, the program will be taken to another community. Partner?
Ayan, more or less, they stay for a month in one community. Ika nga, partner. Maganda yan kasi ibig sabihin, mas mabibigyan ng oras at matutukan ang mga batang nasa frustration level sa iba't ibang komunidad na naka-enroll sa kanilang paaralan. Maraming salamat, Manuel Lugod Central School, for your project trains. At syempre, partner, pinasasalamatan din natin ang principal nila na si Ma'am Jonalyn A. Makabuhay, Principal 3. At syempre, ang kanilang coordinator na si Ma'am Sofia D. Calibo, ang kanilang student, Micaela Jane Mafra, ang parent naman na si Ma'am Virgie Butkon, ang kanilang teacher na si Ma'am Emily C. Pahunag, at si Barangay Captain Honorable Rogelio Paharon, at Barangay Councilors Honorable Florisa Polo at Honorable Maribel Labiar. And partner, shout out muna tayo, no? Kasi marami yung nagtitweet sa atin ngayon, nakatext sa atin ngayon. Hindi lang sa Region 10, pati na rin syempre sa via DepEd Philippines. Ayan po, sino bang mga nanonood sa atin ngayon? Maria Misa Nueva, good morning po, ma'am. At mula naman kay Ma'am Marjorie Condesa Oblig, watching from Gingoog City Division. Ayan. At from Memay M. Sudanao, good morning, watching from Anakan Central School. Partner, ikaw naman dyan.
Yes, partner. We also have Almira, good morning, watching from the SDO of Ozamis City. And then, nandyan din si Elmi Kimson, good morning, watching from Katadman Elementary School. And we also say hi, of course, to Ma'am Grace Abrera Galarpe. Greetings from Baltimore, Maryland. Kumusta naman po dyan? Di ba sila tinamaan ng hurricane, partner? Good morning from Kipuntos ES, West 1 District, Gingoog City Division. Good morning po, Ma'am Joanne May Lumanog. And we have Rod Vincent. Good morning, everyone, watching po from Baliwagan National High School Division of Misamis Oriental.
And partner, shout out din tayo sa ating mga ka-DepEd mula sa other regions at saka sa mga schools division offices watching via DepEd Philippines. Eto partner ha, babasahin ko lang from Edna O. Sasana, watching from Lebak, Sultan Kudarat. Nako naman, maraming salamat po. Eto mula naman kay Liza Sara Bosquez, Gabinete. Blessed morning everyone, watching from Labangal National High School, General Santos City Division. At mula naman sa, saan ba to? Eto. Syempre, kay Shari A. Hemino Telesio, good morning, watching from Gingoog City Division. At mula naman sa Kidapawan City Division, kay Michelle Lara Edio. Partner, sino-sino bang mga nakikita mo dyan?
Dito, partner, ito yung sa DepEd Philippines. Partner, tama ba ako?
Yes, yes.
Okay, meron tayong galing kay Gemma Eligio Games. Good morning, watching from Santiago National High School from Ilocos Sur Division. And meron din po tayong galing kay Raquel Legaspi Sedeno, watching from Rupara National High School, Digos City Division, Region 11. Hello, watching from Alawihaw National High School, si Eden Factor from Daet, Camarines Sur, Region 5, partner.
Eto partner, mula naman sa kay Miss Sherry May Cagas Lage. Ayan, tama ba? Good morning, watching from Saavedra Saway Central Elementary School, Labangal District, General Santos City. At mula naman sa BBC Elementary School, San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Grade 5, Mabini under Ma'am Roda Vicho Yaon. Mula naman kay Kevin Carl Villamor. At mula naman sa Muntinlupa National High School, mapagpalang araw. Ayan, mula naman kay Melinda de la Cruz Dauba. At mula naman sa Division of Lapu-Lapu, Cebu. Nako. Good morning from Pahak Elementary School, Novelin Apa. Partner, meron pa dyan?
Meron pa ba akong nakikita? Meron tayo from Zachary Berhenjay, watching from the Division of Antipolo City. And meron din po tayo, good morning din po kay Ma'am Jana Victoria Grace. Good morning, watching from Caraga Region, Agusan del Sur. Yun lang naman na nakikita ko so far, partner. Parang mabagal ata yung aking internet dito.
Sige, anyway, babasahin natin sila mamaya-maya, partner.
Yes, partner. And moving on, mga ka-DepEd, let's proceed to the next school, which is located at the heart of the city of Gingoog. To show us the different reading projects implemented in their school, we have Gingoog City Comprehensive National High School. Let's all watch this.
In a world where everyone is destined to nowhere, and that destiny does not basically lay on the palm of our hands, but on the choices we make, keeping the right choice must begin from the perspective of a child. In the eyes of a child manifests the thirst of learning and of discovering the sense of everything. Decoding of symbols into a piece of thought provides great meanings to nurture the seed in a child. This piece of learning opens doors of opportunities towards becoming the self he dreams to be. In his new learning environment, he freely encounters his fellow learners who are filled with lots of promises and hopes of what tomorrow may bring. The role of a teacher is very essential to guide and help shape the kind of self a child must possess. A teacher serves as the spark that leads the child in the wonderful journey of creating memories through his lifetime. A journey worth beyond measure, which are genuinely shown in the smiles and laughter of every child. In working towards a dream, a child expects for himself. A fight doesn't always yield a favorable result. A huge challenge awaits for every hopeful child to overcome. Consistent with the DepEd's thrust in promoting quality and accessible education in the new learning landscape, the Division of Gingoog City maintains its commitment to reaching out to all its learners, prioritizing struggling learners who are most affected by this change. With the struggling readers at the heart of this project, strengthened by the Division City's commitment, a GDRP reading package might hold these learners' redemption from struggling readers to independent readers. Fulfilling its vital commitment for inclusive education for every child, Gingoog City Comprehensive National High School, as the largest secondary school of the Division of Gingoog City, wholeheartedly joins the goal-digging reading program, anchored on DepEd's Brigada sa Pagbasa. This aims to capacitate stakeholders to become reading volunteers in order to teach reading and numeracy to learners from their own barangays and even extend to their neighboring barangays. This is to ensure the school children will become ready and equipped for the school year 2021-2022.
Gingoog City Comprehensive National High School is 100% committed to Brigada Pagbasa Gold Reading Program of our division, since we all believe that reading is very essential to shape the future of every learner. 10 reading volunteers who are college students answered to the call. They were oriented on what to do and were given hard copies of gold digging reading program tool as primary reading material for the said activity. Some also were given soft copies sent through their emails such that social distancing and health protocols would be religiously followed. With that, they went to the barangays and catered the identified students who were in the frustration level.
In response to the gold digging reading program, Gingoog City Comprehensive National High School came up with 3 reading innovations with one aim: to cater the needs of the readers in the frustration level. We have Project Embrace, Project Help, and Project 3Rs.
Project Embrace is an acronym which stands for Engaging Manpower in the Barangay through Reading Comprehension Enhancement. It is a localized school initiative anchored on the division's gold digging reading program with its sole aim of increasing the reading ability of the students by 20% from frustration level to instructional level at the end of the school year.
Ang Project Embrace sa Gingoog City Comprehensive National High School nahimo aron masave o matabangan ang 1,333 ka mga bata nga naa sa frustration level. Mao kini sila ang mga bata nga makabasa pero dili makasabot sa meaning sa maong mga words. Nag-volunteer ko kay nakita na ako nga maayo ang proyekto ug makatabang pud ko sa akong mga silingan pinaagi niini.
Project Help, which means helping and enhancing learners' performance at the barangay. This project is one of the school's innovations to cater learners with difficulty in answering their modules, as well as remediating learners with problems in reading.
Upon enrollment in grade 7, reading is conducted both orally and silently. This is how we determine whether or not a student is a reader. Once classes begin, a program for reading is already set. In 2018, Project CNR was launched. During my vacant period, I attended to those students who were pulled out from classes. Besides that, in my own advisory class, I took the whole class for a 15 to 20 minutes reading before the first period began. That was a success. There were 5 students who were awarded Most Improved Readers. Since then, Project CNR was carried through in 2019, 2020, and still going well at present. Anchored in Project CNR, the division has its implementation under Gold Digging Program. To carry out this, the school launched various projects. There are the Project Embrace, Project Help, and through an action research I am conducting at the moment, Project 3Rs, Strengthening Reading Readiness among grade 7. Excellent! Nakulipay kaayo ko kay kabalo na dyan ka magbasa dyan, Ril. Congratulations!
Dako kay nga among kalipay ug pasalamat sa mga teachers nga nakabasa ng among anak ug labaw sa tanan dako kay og tabang ang reading program sa DepEd alang sa mga kabataan.
Learners at the heart of the division. This is the number 3 of the Gold Strategic Directions.
Learners who can read, learners who will lead, learners who will succeed.
It takes a village to educate a child.
Para sa bata, para sa bayan.
Ayan po, maraming salamat Gingoog City Comprehensive National High School. GCC NHS is actually the biggest secondary school in the SDO of Gingoog City, and they too are not exempted from having struggling learners or readers mga ka-DepEd. Ibig sabihin talaga lahat ng mga paaralan, maliit man o malaki, ay meron talagang mga bata na kailangang tutukan upang matutong magbasa. Hats off to these schools for their initiatives and innovations to solve problems in reading, partner.
That's right, partner. And of course, we acknowledge the school head of the school, Igia Ider, Principal 4, the assisting principal, Ma'am Riza Estrera, the OIC of the Department of English, Ma'am Robeline Barangan, proponent of Project 3Rs, Ma'am Cynthia Triumfante, the reading volunteer, Mr. Victor Bantuto, our parent, our teachers, Rolando Asido and Lenny Cahoy. We are thanking them for initiating the following projects. We have Project Embrace, which stands for engaging manpower in the barangay through reading comprehension and enhancement. We have Project Help, which stands for helping and enhancing learners' performance, and Project 3Rs, strengthening reading readiness. Partner.
All right. Before we proceed to the last school that will showcase its reading innovations, let's see how these reading programs have impacted the curriculum implementation of the Division of Gingoog City. Makakapanayan po natin ang CID Chief ng SDO Gingoog City, Sir Pablito Altobar. Sir Chief, ano-ano po ba ang magagandang epekto ng inobasyon ng iba't ibang paaralan sa inyong dibisyon patungkol po sa pagbasa?
Yes, DepEd Paulo and DepEd Rada. Innovations in reading have always been a priority mandate of the Curriculum Implementation Division. We are acutely conscious that reading is the most crucial skill taught in school and mastered by our school children. All academic learning is built on reading. It is the key to all other knowledge, the key to the universe of enlightenment and pleasure, and the essential instrument for learning. If children don't learn to read well, they will struggle with every topic they meet during their school year. If they do not grasp the fundamental abilities, they will never succeed in other fields, robbing the opportunity to become literate and productive citizens. The different innovations of the schools targeting reading emanated from the CID's findings that revealed the decimal level of reading proficiency of the learners. When these findings were communicated to the schools, several reading interventions programs were conceptualized to address the problems. So, are the highlights of the BigaTEN episode. As the leader of the Curriculum Implementation Division, I am hopeful that the assessment period on the efficacy of the innovations, the schools will be able to move learners from frustration level into mostly in the instructional and independent groups of reading proficiency. Enhance the comprehension of learners' speed and accuracy to any written and spoken language, and translate those one's point of view and improve the overall reading proficiency of all learners. Nonetheless, as early as now, I would like to warmly congratulate the school heads for their leadership and passion in leading the different innovation projects in their schools. The same commendation goes to the teachers for their selfless dedication to the learners. No initiative will flourish and thrive without your support. May all our efforts bear fruit as manifested by our learners who are independent readers. God bless us all.
Ayan po, maraming salamat Chief. At mga ka-DepEd, alam niyo po, magandang huwaran ang pagbibigay ng importansya sa pagbasa. At para naman sa mga guro na nanonood sa atin ngayon, tulungan po natin ang ating mga kabataan na matutong bumasa nang sa gayon ay makamit din natin ang zero non-reader sa katapusan ng school year na ito. Maraming salamat po uli, CID Chief of SDO Gingoog City, Sir Pablito Altobar. This time, mga ka-DepEd, we will be entertained by an intermission song to be given to us by Socarno Durado, teacher of Gingoog City Comprehensive National High School.
I remember the day, even wrote down the day that I fell for you. And now it's crossed out in red, but I still can't forget if I wanted to. And it drives me insane, think I'm hearing your name everywhere I go. But it's all in my head. It's just all in my head. But you won't see me break. Call you up in 3 days or send you a bouquet saying it's a mistake. Drink my troubles away. One more glass of champagne and you know I'm the first to say that I'm not perfect, and you're the first to say you want the best thing. But now I know a perfect way to let you go. Give my last hello, I hope it's worth it. Here's your birthday. This was just fine. How I tried to be great for you. I'm flawed by design, and you love to remind me no matter what I do. But you won't see me break. Call you up in 3 days or send you a bouquet saying it's a mistake. Drink my troubles away. One more glass of champagne and you know that I'm the first to say that I'm not perfect, and you're the first to say you want the best thing. But now I know a perfect way to let you go. Give my last hello, I hope it's worth it. And I'm the first to say that I'm not perfect, and you're the first to say you want the best thing. But now I know a perfect way to let you go. In my last hello, I hope it's worth it. Say yeah, but now I know a perfect way to let you go. Give my last hello, I hope it's worth it. Here's your birthday.
Ayun, partner, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, si Mr. Dorado ay siya yung official entry ng DepEd Division of Gingoog City sa Teachers Got Talent noong World Teachers Day celebration, partner.
Yeah, galing-galing nga eh.
Yes, partner. Inaantay ko yung version mo nun, partner, ha? Dapat hindi matatapos ang taong ito. Meron kang version nun, partner. Here's your perfect.
80s version, partner.
Ano po yon?
80s version.
Ayaw pagpaila sa imong edad, partner. Anyway, partner, magsa-shoutout ba muna tayo or
Yes.
tuloy-tuloy na natin to?
Oo, shoutout muna tayo, partner. Ayan, mula kay Marisol Moreno. Good morning, watching from Clarin, National High School, Misamis Occidental Division. Mula naman kay Lina Mamaki. Good morning from San Juan Central School, West 1 District, Gingoog City. At mula naman kay Nelin Almonte, good morning, watching from Pigsaluhan Integrated School. At watching from Mimbunga and Elementary School DepEd Hingoog mula naman kay Shara Gift at mula naman kay Crisme Amor Pulgo Pahalya. Yeah, watching from Talisay Elementary School. Partner.
Yes, partner. We also say good morning to Flor de Luna Manlantao Lido watching from Mimbunga Elementary School. And we also say hi to Ma'am Josephine Sabalio Ranyoa Adlawan. Good day watching also from Mimbunga Elementary School from the Division of Hingoog City. And DepEd Hingoog City, thank you for watching. Ayan po, mga sir, mga ma'am, good morning po. We have Vicky Caliano Galope, Go for Gold, Hingoog. And we also say hi to Ma'am Meme Picardal. Hi, good morning all. Moises A. Picardal is watching all the way from Anakan Central School, Anakan, Hingoog City. And meron pa ba? Ma'am Riza Pakot. Good morning everyone watching from Punong Elementary School, Hingoog City. Ayan po.
Meron pa ba, Direk? Ayan, mura naman kay Garastone Dirdam Lem. Good morning all San Luis National High School Division of Hingoog City. At mula naman kay Novi Ebona Rocat. Good morning, watching from Anakan Central School, East 2 District. At mula naman po kay Nia Faro, watching from Maigo District, Lanao del Norte. And partner, tinan ulit natin yung sa ano, gagamit lang ako ng aking power glasses. Excuse me. Ayan. Mula naman via DepEd Philippines partner, Division of Bacolod. Good morning, watching from BCNHS Senior High School. Mula naman po kay Susie Araneta. Ayan. From Gotokan Elementary School, Mary Rose Sabanal Apatan Demapitan. Ayan. Mula naman, syempre, kudos, SDO Hingoog City from Riza Estrera. Partner, pasensya na partner. Ayan. Meron pa ba? Mula naman sa elementary Apong Elementary School.
Yes po, meron din po tayong mga greetings mula sa Bantad National High School, Gumaca, East Quezon Province, Arminda Red, and good morning din po kay Ma'am Marie Taginod. Good morning. Mariluti Gamad watching from the Division of Bataan. And meron pa po ba? Meron din tayong si Ma'am Vigil Lucila Ardevela watching from San Pedro, Laguna. Good morning po sa inyo lahat. And Ma'am Marie Olaer, good morning po, watching from Lias Elementary School. Ayan, magandang umaga po, DepEd Philippines.
Yan. Thank you, Direk, ha? Ang bilis nun, ha? At mula naman, partner, kay Armida Red, morning watching from Bantad National High School, Gumaca East, Quezon Province. Naku, ang layo-layo ng mga bisita natin. Mula naman saan pa ba to? Eto, Manuel Lugod Central School, syempre. Good morning everyone, Mildred P. Hapus. At mula naman sa Division of Bataan, good morning, Mariluti Gamad. Ayan po. At mula naman saan pa ba to? Davao Oriental, Boston District, Boston, Marisa Feria. Meron pa ba? Ito from... ayan. Pararao High School Division of Camsur. Mula naman kay Salvador Palensa. Ayan, partner. So maraming salamat. Partner!
Yes po. Yes, partner. And binabati po natin silang lahat at sa mga ka-DepEd natin in the Caraga region, in the dito sa Mindanao, mag-ingat po tayong lahat. Parang masama ang panahon dito sa atin ngayon, partner.
Tama. Ingat.
Opo. And simula sa elementary, galing po tayo doon sa elementary hanggang sa sekundarya, nakita naman po natin ang mga inobasyon sa pagbasa na ibinahagi sa atin ng Division of Hingoog City. Ngayon naman po, para sa panghuling karagdagang inobasyon na ating ipapakita, galing naman po sa Calagonoy Integrated School. Panuurin po natin ito.
People define reading differently.
It can be according to the success they gained being readers, whether in school or in their respective field. Still, it cannot be denied that reading is the true backbone of most learning. Learning how to read well is a long-term process. During the face-to-face classes, reading problems and related concerns are still prevalent, but the schools, with their teachers, can easily assess well and help their students through school's reading program. However, when COVID-19 pandemic strikes the world, reading programs and other related undertakings are greatly affected, possibly adding to the problems on reading. Presently, the school mostly caters learners in Barangay Calagunoy and a few from nearby barangays. All these learners preferred MDL or modular distance learning. Since no face-to-face contact with the learners, problems on reading are remained evident and must be given full attention. This was evident in the FEL area, English and Filipino pre-reading assessment in the Purok and during the home visitation. It revealed that there are 33 identified as very slow and non-readers for elementary and 15 identified as frustration readers for junior high school. It means 14.77% of learners are needed for immediate course action. Based on the said data, innovation and strategic planning in addressing reading problems are necessary. In addition, this is to ensure the implementation of the gold-digging reading program of DepEd City Division to the school level as prime movers and catalysts of this endeavor. Despite tremendous challenges brought by COVID-19 pandemic, Calagunoy Integrated School responded through its adoption and implementation of Project Heart, helping everyone be active to read and transform. A journey to school barangay reading hubs. Project Heart, helping everyone be active to read and transform. A journey to barangay reading hubs is a resource-based initiative that supports the reading habit and fluency of the learners. It will also improve the reading level and develop genuine love for reading.
And implementing this project will really involve the following processes to ensure that the implementation will be effective and successful.
Calagunoy Integrated School has successfully established 6 reading hubs in the barangay. 5 reading hubs are located in Barangay Calagunoy and 1 in Barangay Kipuntos. Learners then are grouped according to their reading level. Gold-digging reading program learning materials are for non-readers and very slow readers, while Dolch Basic Sight Words is used for learners who are identified as low and frustration level on higher grades. It is called a journey because in every reading hub, there are words placed according to the level of Dolch Basic Sight Words.
And if the learners can already read these words, they will travel to other reading hubs to read another level of basic sight words until mastery of reading happens.
Volunteer parent teacher is also assigned in every reading hub. These volunteer parent teachers are trained through seminar workshops. The role of the teacher advisor is to follow up, to assess, and to monitor with the coordinators and school head.
Isip usa ka ginikanan, ang Project Heart dako kay gikatabang sa among mga anak nga hinay pambasa. Din kini usab gitabangan usab kami sa among konseho. Dako kay kalipay namo mga ginikanan. Pasalamat usab kami sa nagpasiog niini di ang DepEd ug ang staff sa Calagunoy Integrated School nga nagpasiog niining mao nga programa. Kay kini dili man sad kami ra ginikanan murag gitabangan niya sa maestra, komunidad, sa among council, dinaning kamot gyud nga
bisan wala ang face to face, naagid ang mga bata magkahinay-hinay gid sila basa sa ngadto-ngadto.
Ang atong suporta sa atong Calagunoy Integrated School mao ang pagsuporta nila sa pagpahina, pagdasig sa mga katawhan sa pagtabang niini nga mulampos ng atong edukasyon. Doon na kani atong gi-instruction ang mga CBO nato nga mo'y magbantay, labi na nga dili sila makasulod sa eskwelahan panahon nga oras nga tig-eskwela, ug labi na dinhi sa reading hub nga makasulod gid sila sa oras nga gitakda.
Ako si Ricky Chambal. Nagapasalamat ako sa Project Heart na ginahimo ni Ma'am Christina Ampat. Nagapasalamat kami din sa Calagunoy Integrated School nga ginahimo kini aron makabalo sila basa ang mga bata nga di kabalog basa.
We believe that the secret why people succeed in life is because of two important rules they follow. Rule number 1, read. And rule number 2, do not forget rule number 1. Therefore, let us work together to make a difference in the lives of our learners through making them people who are genuinely reading lovers.
Ayun po mga ka-DepEd, ang Project Heart. Ang Project with a Heart, yan po ang ibig sabihin nun, partner. O di ba, ka-heart yun. Anyway, ang Project Heart ay galing po sa Calagunoy Integrated School, and thank you very much to that Project Heart, or it stands for Helping Everyone Be Active to Read and Transform, and a Journey to School Barangay Reading Hubs. Partner.
And syempre, partner, saan pa ba yan magmamana kundi sa atin din, di ba? The learners, the heart of DepEd 10. Ganun naman talaga tayo. Yan yung brand natin, partner. Anyway, syempre, partner, pinasasalamatan natin. Parang kinikiliti ako, partner. Yung school head na si Ma'am Christina Amat, yung reading coordinator. Partner, pwede ikaw muna magbasa, partner. Parang kinikiliti ako.
Salamat din po sa reading coordinator na si Ma'am Queenie Perez, sa kanilang teacher na si Cristil Luayon, the student, the heart of DepEd Region 10, Ricky Amba, the reading volunteer, si Ma'am Rodora Vicente, at ang ating punong barangay na si Honorable Marshall Dotarot. Now, partner, as what we have observed, the implementation of the reading innovations in the Division of Gingoog City is certainly aligned with the new normal education. Yung transformation ng mga barangay, waiting sheds, or purok halls, partner, ay talagang kaaya-aya nga naman.
Ayan. Well, I definitely agree with you, partner. Makikita natin ang mga waiting sheds at purok halls na tinasabi nila ng iba't ibang barangay ng Gingoog City na puno ng mga kulay, ng mga salita, libro at iba pa. At sigurado ako, partner, na hindi lang ang mga paaralan na tampok sa araw na ito ang gumagawa nito. Just like what SDS Torres said earlier, this is a division-wide implementation, partner.
Most definitely, partner. And to all the schools that showcase to us today their reading innovations, congratulations po. We hope your objectives for your projects will all be attained. But all the innovations and programs implemented in the different schools would not have been, of course, successful if not for the support and guidance of the SGOD office. Alam natin na sa mga programang ito, meron talagang tumutulong upang mapaunlad ang mga serbisyo para sa ating mga guro at kabataan. Ngayon naman po, makakapanayam natin ang SGOD Chief ng Gingoog City na si Dr. Joy Mangubat. Chief Joy, what do you think is the contribution or the role of your office in this division-wide implementation of the reading program or other programs related to curriculum?
In providing technical help to schools on their innovation initiatives, the Schools Governance and Operations Division fulfills its responsibility. All the schools' innovation initiatives are in accordance with Division Memorandum Number 376 Series of 2020, which is the guidelines in writing a program, project proposal, and completed paper, terminal report, and innovations and income-generating projects in schools. Assured that innovation projects in schools are of high quality and responsive to the demands of schools and students in the new normal. The issuance further states that all school-based innovation initiatives must be presented as proposals to the division office for review and approval prior to execution. The SGOD operated as an arm in helping and counseling to schools that submitted innovations, whether they are initiated by school heads or teachers or cooperatively. The SGOD established a committee to review the ideas and provide technical support. We quickly discovered that there was more we could do to assist in the polishing of the papers. We discovered how committed our teachers and school leaders are to fixing the difficulties they face in their classrooms because of the several solutions we received. The SGOD held a series of training and orientation workshops for all districts that followed the minimal public health requirements to better assist the schools. We have noticed improvements in the ideas following the training and workshop, and we are pleased to report that many of the approved concepts evaluated by the SGOD are now being completely implemented in the schools. The SGOD also visits schools to assess how well the innovation initiatives are being implemented. We witness how the changes that have already been implemented have had a good influence on schools and students. We at the SGOD are pleased that the innovation projects, particularly those focusing on reading, have been materialized and have become a symbol of the dedication of the Division of Gingoog City's teachers and school heads.
Ayan po, maraming salamat SGOD Chief Dr. Joy Manggubat. Alam mo partner, I like the idea of encouraging teachers to submit innovations and research proposals because in these times of the pandemic, we really need to find solutions to various existing and even emerging problems. This is a great move of the SGOD to conduct seminars to capacitate our teachers and staff and eventually address pressing concerns. You know, alam mo partner, especially at this time that we continue to live by the challenges of the new learning landscape, our teachers definitely need every support that they can get. And look at them, partner. Our teachers continue to innovate, offer an extra mile, and remain smiling amidst the obstacles that they hurdle every day. Our salute definitely to these teachers, partner.
Tama ka dyan, ka-DepEd Paulo, ang ating pagsaludo sa ating mga guro. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga paaralan sa sangay ng lungsod Gingoog sa kanilang pagbabahagi sa atin ng kanilang mga programa, inobasyon at inisyatibo. It's definitely commendable on the part of the division down to the schools to embrace the importance of reading. Now this time, to share with us her message, please give it up for the ASDS of SDO Gingoog City, ASDS Marian Aliera.
Reading should not be presented to children as it should be offered as a gift. That's according to Kate B. Camilo. Good morning, Regional Director RD Arturo B. Bayucot, our leader with a heart. Our Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Victor De Gracia, DepEd Gingoog Family headed by our school's Division Superintendent, Dr. Jess Nardams S. Torres, and the whole of Region 10 DepEd family. Ramon and Candice, good morning too. We highly dream that all learners are readers. But how can that be in this time of pandemic? The DepEd officials, teachers, parents have the great desire that every child becomes a reader. But currently, our situation does not warrant face-to-face instruction. Given all the health protocols we need to exercise to protect everyone from the spread of COVID-19. Last year and this year, majority of our learners use the self-learning modules as learning modality. Only very few avail of online learning. Only those
with gadgets and internet connectivity. For those with self-learning modules, parents have been encouraged to help their children learn. But the issue on reading remains a problem. Those who can be reached by their teachers have been extended help. But the fact reveals that not all learners could be assisted, considering the distance from school to the homes of the children and considering the health protocols we have been following. Our target of achieving zero non-readers is our cherished dream. To beef up the reading proficiency of our learners, the Division Office, through the leadership of our school's Division Superintendent, Dr. Jess Nardems Torres, with the Curriculum Implementation Division and all other division personnel, advanced the implementation of the Gold Digging Reading Program, or GDRP. With this program, the teachers made and reproduced modules on beginning reading using the MTBMLE, considering and ensuring transition from L1 to L2, L1 Cebuano or Bisaya, to L2 Filipino, and L3 English. Schools have been encouraged to supplement innovations suited to their context. Some teachers made canned digital audio and video reading materials to supplement their reading modules. Thus, I would like to express my heartfelt congratulations to the school heads and teachers who really implement their Project Gold Digging Reading Program and who are currently having the initial gains like the Manuel Lugod Central School, Calagunoy Integrated School, and Gingoog City Comprehensive National High School. To all of us, let's continue nurturing our gold under our care, our learners. Let us hold hands in making our learners readers, readers with speed, comprehension, and with well-developed values.
Ayan po, thank you very much kay ASDS Mary Ann Aliera. Now partner, according to Jim Ron, reading is essential for those who seek to rise above the ordinary. And we seek to rise not alone, but with our learners beside us. We consider reading to be one of the greatest weapons to be successful in life. And as part of encouraging everyone to read and produce readers, the Schools Division of Gingoog City has prepared something for all of us. Let's all watch this.
What can reading make you? Reading can make you grow. It can make you glow. Reading can take you to many places. Reading lets you learn things. It lets you explore the wonders of the words and the world. It gives you loads of vocabularies so you won't run out of words when you speak and write. Reading helps you to communicate well. It also helps you to write effectively. Reading can improve your memory so you don't have to worry remembering the past. And it makes your analytical thinking stronger. But what makes reading difficult? Reading is difficult when you're afraid to open the pages.
So together, let's build a world of readers. Read and have a better tomorrow.
Ayan, thank you very much to our learners from Don Restituto Bao Central School for sharing with us what reading can make us. Of course, we thank the Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Jess Nardems Torres Ceso 6, the principal Ray oblique principal 3, the assistant principal Mary Neva Grace Chipada, assisting principal 1, and of course the learners na ang gagaling, ang cute pa nila, si Kurt Sanchez, Mary Neil Chipada, Sofia Francine Abogatal, Althea Queenie Bell Magbanwa, at si Shale Lucas Sala. Partner.
Yes, partner. So what makes reading difficult? Ano ba talaga? Take it from those learners. Don't be afraid to open the pages. We are hopeful that we can make all our learners readers. Gold digging reading program of the SDO of Gingoog City. That was a job well done. Thank you for sharing with us your innovative ways to make every Gingoog learner a reader.
Ayan. So, shout out muna tayo direct just before we move on to the next part of the program. Tama ba? Ayan. Ito yung mga huli nating nag-greet. Ayan, from Lenny Nacorda. Good morning. Watching from West 1 District Division of Gingoog City. Mula naman kay Deborah Borromeo Flora. Good morning, everyone. Watching from Kamamanan Elementary School South District Division of Cagayan de Oro City. Hello po. At mula naman kay June Rams. A blessed morning, watching from SJCS San Juan, DepEd Gingoog City. At from Arlene Abad, happy morning, everyone watching from Anakan Central School, Gingoog City. Partner.
Yes, at meron din. Meron pa ba or
Ayan, so partner, ulit from via DepEd Philippines, eto, watching from Agayayan Elementary School, si Leah Jane Diloy, at mula naman sa, eto, hanapin ko muna, watching from Bonot Elementary School, si Melva Belair Rodriguez, at syempre, from Bayugan City, good morning po, mula naman kay LD Sagod, at saan pa ba? Dito sa... Ayan, from Valenzuela City, si Jennifer Casiliano. Thank you po. At mula naman sa Calagunoy Integrated School, ayan yung binasa mo kanina, partner, si Ija Ider, tama ba? Ayan. Partner, meron ka pa bang nakita dyan?
tignan natin kasi parang tapos na si
Meron.
Agayayan, tapos na ba si sa Calagonoy, si Ma'am Vicky Pilandas, nabati na ba natin siya galing sa Division of Kidapawan City, and good morning din galing sa district ng SDO South Cotabato Region 12. Ayan, partner, magandang umaga sa kanilang lahat.
So, maraming salamat po sa nanonood sa atin mula sa our via Department of Education Region 10 at syempre DepEd Philippines and all the 14 schools division offices official Facebook pages. Maraming salamat. At para naman sa ating big attendance or big attention, big attendance, we invite our viewers to please watch or view our DepEd10.com, tama ba direct, na website for all our issuances. Ito po, Regional Memorandum 750, Information Drive on the ASEAN and UNESCO Culture and Advocacies. Yung ating mga schools division offices po, including the regional office, will receive copies of the customized advocacy notebooks. The list of recipient personnel is specified in this memorandum. Ito rin po, Regional Memorandum 752, Write-Shops on Project Course on Executive Learning and Leadership in Schools or CELS. This will be from February to March 2022. Yung specific details po ng schedule nasa memorandum po. At syempre, Regional Memorandum 753, submission of lists of schools to participate in the expanded implementation phase of the implemented face-to-face classes. Yung deadline po natin ay December 23. Huwag po natin kalilimutan. Very important po ito. Partner.
Yes, at meron din po tayong Regional Memorandum 756 on the regional training of grades 1 and 7 receiving teachers on special education content and pedagogy, which will be on January 24 to 28, 2022. Ayan, partner, 2022 na. And
Yes.
we also have Regional Memorandum 757, a live-in workshop on the development, validation, and finalization of self-learning modules, or SLMS, on Islamic values education under the Madrasa funds, the schedule of which is to be announced in a separate issuance. And we also have Regional Memorandum 754, the region-led workshop on development of self-learning modules for senior high school SHS technical vocational livelihood specializations from December 27 to 29. Partner.
Ayan, partner, eto meron tayong official statement from the Department of Education. This is about pushing for additional benefits for teachers in the 2022 elections. Ayon sa official statement, as of 2022 national and local elections draw near, the Department of Education expresses its appreciation to the Commission on Elections, or COMELEC, for granting adjustments in the honoraria and allowances for our public school teachers and poll workers who will serve in May 2022. Nonetheless, we remain steadfast in helping the Commission on Elections secure a higher budget from Congress to provide additional benefits for our DepEd personnel.
And to establish extra layers of protection for our personnel and schools amidst the pandemic, we will support the Commission in justifying the following benefits. We have grant of special risk allowance equivalent to a maximum of 25% of the monthly basic salary or pay. We also have affording food and water allowance amounting to 1,000 per day, and we also have health insurance coverage for those who will be infected by the COVID-19 and the provision of vitamins and other immune boosting supplements, and the provision of swab testing and other health services in case of subsistence of COVID-19 during the period of the 2022 national elections.
That's right, partner. In addition to that, allocating funds for the cleanup and repair maintenance expenses of every public school used as voting center, and grant of honoraria for the members of the DepEd monitoring and coordination teams of the 2022 DepEd Election Task Force. We will continue to coordinate with COMELEC these significant requests for our teachers and poll workers who are dedicated to champion clean, safe, and fair elections next year. Ayan po mga ka-DepEd, just before we say thank you, we just would like to invite one more time everyone, yung mga ka-DepEd natin, para po sa pasidungog sa ambihan ng Mindanao Cluster 6. Ito po yung sa Regional Monitoring, Evaluation and Adjustment, Rewards and Recognition. Mamaya pong alauna ng hapon. Ayan po. And yes, live via Department of Education Region 10. And of course, cross-posted via DepEd Philippines and all the 14 schools division offices official FB pages. Huwag niyo pong kalilimutan, 1 o'clock in the afternoon po, mamayang hapon yan. Ayan. And finally, we say thank you to the following for making every episode of BigaTEN DepEd 10 possible. Our very own multi-awarded regional director, Dr. Arturo B. Bayocot, CESO 3. Our Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Victor G. De Gracia Jr., CESO 5. At syempre yung ating featured Schools Division Office, headed by the Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Jessner Dems S. Torres Seso 6, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Mary Ann M. Aliera, CID Chief Pablito B. Altobar, SGOD Chief Joy C. Manggubat, our Divisional Information Officer, Dr. Michelle V. Rodriguez, at ang Team Gingoog technical staff. Thank you very much.
And we would also like to thank our very own BigaTEN DepEd 10 creative team. We have Direct Ralph Simon L. Mabulay, Direct Fatima E. Villaremo, and Direct Clifford B. Liponhay of the Office of the Regional Director.
That's right. Kahit yung picture ni Direk Miss Mary nandyan pa, forever, she will always be in our hearts. Parang ganun yan eh. Nasa Ateneo de Manila na siya. At syempre, we also acknowledge the support of the staff from the Office of the Regional Director, si Ma'am Juvie Estrella at si Ma'am Annabel Baculio.
And we would also like to thank Sir Elson Hamero and Team Camigin for the BigaTEN DepEd 10 jingle. Sir Nick Pañares, thank you po for your generosity in helping us facilitate the use of our account for the StreamYard platform.
At syempre, our Department of Education Regional Office 10 family, the 14 Schools Division offices, all our DepEd 10 schools, our stakeholders, at syempre yung mga counterparts ko na Divisional Information Officers, thank you very much.
And of course, salamat sa lahat ng ating mga ka-DepEd, sa lahat ng nanunood na sa atin ngayon sa buong Pilipinas. And of course, Paulo, thank you to our learners, the heart of DepEd Region 10. Maraming salamat po.
Ayan. So wala ka na bang idadagdag, partner? Wala ka bang mga gig dyan, sponsors?
Wala pa naman, partner. Nag-aantay pa tayo, partner.
Anak ko. Ako, parang blowout yata ito, tsaka malaking handaan ba to, partner? Anyway, let's just keep our fingers crossed. Abangan, sabi ni Direk. Anyway, kita-kits sa sunod simana para sa lain na usab ka edisyon sa BigaTEN DepEd 10, kauban ang Division of Camiguin sa Disyembre 21, ug ang Division of Misamis Occidental sa Disyembre 28. Let's make BigaTEN DepEd 10 our TuesTEN habit. Ug din hinatapos ang atong ika-35 nga edisyon sa BigaTEN DepEd 10 Season 2. Ako si Ramon Gonzalez Abrera aka ka-DepEd Paulo, ang inyong Public Affairs Unit Lead Officer. Padayon kita sa pagbantay sa atong mga kaugalingon, sa atong mga pamilya ug komunidad, batok sa COVID-19 ug uban pang mga pagsulay.
Ug ako sab si Candice Racoma, ang inyong rakista abogada aka ka-DepEd Rada, usab nagaingon taliwala sa mga hangit sa pagpadayon sa edukasyon niining panahon sa pandemya, mas palambuon ta ang atong mga programa ug mas lig-unon ta ang pagtinabangay ug mas hinigpiton ta ang mga positibo nga panlantaw para sa atong magtutungha ug para sa atong nasod. Sa gihapon, kami ang inyong kauban,
Kasaligan,
kadangpan,
siyempre, ka-DepEd. Hangtod sa sunod higayon, kini ang
BigaTEN DepEd 10.
Amihang ng Mindanao, BigaTEN DepEd 10, BigaTEN DepEd 10.
Okay, baby.